Picture yourself in a meeting or a crowded social gathering. Someone across the table leans in and, loud enough for everyone to hear, brings up a project you recently failed at. They ask if you are doing okay, using a soft, caring voice. This is a highly calculated power play, known in social dynamics as fake concern sabotage. Their goal is not to check on your well-being, but to broadcast your defeat to the entire room. The trap works because the attacker is weaponizing empathy. By hiding a public humiliation behind a mask of kindness, they create a situation where you cannot easily accuse them of disrespect. To neutralize this attack, you need a specific high-value strategy you can deploy the exact moment the trap is sprung. This is the 4-step mirror reflection protocol. Learning this sequence allows you to maintain total stoic composure. More importantly, it completely strips away the manipulator's mask and turns the discomfort of the trap directly back onto them. Before you can deploy the protocol, you have to recognize weaponized empathy the moment you hear it, before your natural instincts take over. Your first instinct will likely be defensive. You will feel a strong urge to explain why the project failed or list the external factors that caused the setback. This flowchart illustrates the problem. If you start explaining your failure, you validate their narrative and prove you are struggling. Second, if you lose emotional regulation and snap, you trigger another failure point. An angry response makes you look like you cannot handle your own emotions. Worse, it gives the attacker a free pass to play the innocent victim who was simply trying to help a friend. Attempting to justify a setback or reacting with anger signals that the attacker's words have reached their target. To retain control, you must recognize the bait and remain physically still. Step 1 of the protocol requires immediate physical control. The exact moment the attacker finishes speaking, freeze all body movement. Keep your eyes locked onto theirs. Do not frown, do not shift your posture, and maintain a completely calm, unbothered expression. Do not speak yet. You must let a mandatory 2 seconds of pure silence fill the air before a single word leaves your mouth. Those 2 full seconds will feel long. Let them tick down. That intentional pause creates heavy discomfort. The attacker expects an immediate reaction. By withholding it, you force the group to sit in the awkwardness of their inappropriate comment. This forced silence strips away their momentum. In just 2 seconds, the frame of social control has quietly shifted back to you. Now we execute step 2, the verbal redirect. When you break the silence, strip all emotion from the room by speaking in a completely flat, monotone voice. You have 2 script options. The first establishes your wellness, then directly questions their fixation. You simply say, "I am doing perfectly fine, but it is very interesting how focused you are on my setbacks. Why is that?" The second option acknowledges the fake concern, but explicitly points out the public setting. You say, "I appreciate the concern, but bringing this up in front of everyone is an interesting choice. What exactly was your goal here?" When delivering these scripts, ensure you do not raise your vocal pitch at the end of the sentence. A rising pitch signals insecurity and ruins the delivery. Keep it entirely flat. These scripts are effective because they explicitly refuse to engage with your failure. Instead, they force the attacker to explain their hidden motive out loud. Step 3 is the silent lock. The microsecond you finish delivering your chosen script, you completely cease talking. Keep your eye contact locked on the attacker and stubbornly do not look away. Let them sit in the silence you just created. This silence puts the attacker in a difficult position. Because they have hidden their intent behind a mask of kindness, they are now forced to justify why that kindness had to be delivered as a public announcement. As the panic sets in, watch their physical reaction. They will inevitably stutter, attempt to backtrack, or resort to nervous laughter to break the tension. The silent lock seals the trap. By refusing to speak or look away, you force their fake kindness to dissolve into a display of very real public desperation. By executing these 4 steps, you have successfully redirected the scrutiny of the entire room away from your setback and directly onto the toxic person's inappropriate behavior. This protocol reinforces a core rule of high-value social dynamics. You never justify your personal failures to an uninvited audience. The weight of public scrutiny is removed from your shoulders, instantly shifting onto the people attempting to exploit you. To make this effective, practice the specific scripts in a mirror. Drill the flat, monotone delivery and the unblinking eye contact until the physical execution feels completely effortless. Mastering this internal regulation shifts the power dynamic. When you demonstrate that public pressure cannot break your composure, you become a difficult target for anyone attempting to use your history against you.